Today we are diving deep into one of the most unbelievable stories in the world of coins. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into your old pocket change, and realizing that the tiny 1-cent penny sitting in your hand is not just a coin. It is a treasure. It is a life-changing jackpot. And it is a 1990 Lincoln penny with a shocking estimated market value of $967,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A simple penny that most people ignore every single day could turn into the key that unlocks a new life, a new beginning, and a new level of financial freedom. So sit down, relax, and stay until the end, because today we are going to talk about the lucky Lincoln penny from 1990. A coin still in circulation. A coin still hiding in pockets, drawers, jars, and wallets. A coin that could make you rich overnight. Let us begin this incredible journey. The story of the 1990 penny begins with something most people never pay attention to. Every year, the United States Mint produces millions and millions of coins, but every once in a while something unusual slips through the system. A tiny mistake, a minting error, a rare condition, a special strike. And these small details can turn an ordinary penny into a fortune. The 1990 Lincoln penny is famous among collectors because certain versions of it were produced with mistakes so rare that only a handful have ever been found. And when collectors say rare, they mean incredibly rare. As rare as finding a diamond in a pile of sand. As rare as hitting the lottery. And this is exactly what makes the lucky 1990 penny so powerful. Just one of these coins can help you build a new home, start a business, change your future, or simply give you that financial breakthrough everyone dreams of. You might be thinking to yourself, how can a tiny penny be worth $967,000? What makes it so special? Why does it have such a high value? Let us explore the reasons. First, condition matters more than anything. A 1990 penny with a strong strike, sharp details, bright shine, and smooth surfaces can easily move from a few dollars to thousands. But when the penny has a rare error or special minting flaw that sets it apart from the rest, its value skyrockets. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck without the usual mint mark. Others have doubled features, unusual metal flaws, or special production characteristics that only a trained eye can spot. Collectors go crazy for these coins. Auction houses fight for them. And when the bidding starts, the prices climb higher and higher until the final hammer falls at unbelievable numbers. And that is how one lucky 1990 penny shocked the world when it reached a value of $967,000. A life-changing moment for the owner who never expected a simple coin to turn into a massive fortune. The greatest part about this story is that anyone can find one. Anyone watching this video right now has the chance. These pennies are still out there. They are still moving through daily transactions. They are hiding in old piggy banks. They are resting in jars where people toss loose change. They could be sitting in your pocket right now without you even knowing it. And that is exactly why you should start checking your coins immediately. Now let us talk about the exact signs you need to look for when searching your pennies. Look at the year. It must be 1990. Look at the mint mark area. Some of the rarest versions were struck without the usual mint letter. Pay attention to the surface. Look closely for doubling, where the features on the coin look slightly duplicated or shadowed. These types of errors are extremely valuable. Check the lettering, the date, and the outline of Lincoln's portrait. If anything looks unusual, different, or strange, your penny might be the one worth a life-changing amount. Imagine the feeling of discovering a rare coin worth more than your car, more than your salary, more than many people earn in years. Imagine the moment you walk into a professional coin shop or auction house and the expert looks at your penny with shock in their eyes, telling you that you have something incredibly valuable. Imagine the moment when the bidding begins and the numbers climb higher and higher until the offer reaches $967,000. Your life would never be the same again. This is not just a coin. It is a miracle from circulation. It is a hidden treasure waiting to be found. It is a chance for ordinary people to experience extraordinary luck. And that is the beauty of coin collecting. You never know what is hiding in the smallest, oldest, or most ignored pieces of change. The 1990 Lucky Lincoln penny reminds us that opportunity can appear in the simplest things. A penny is small. A penny is often ignored. But this particular penny carries the power of transformation. A tiny coin with a huge destiny. Collectors around the world continue searching. New discoveries keep happening. And every time someone finds a rare penny like this in their change, the entire coin community celebrates. Because it proves that treasures still exist. Not in distant mountains or old shipwrecks, but right in the palm of your hand. So, if you want to change your luck, start looking. Check every penny. Examine every coin carefully. Do not assume anything is worthless. The next piece of change you pick up could be worth more than your entire savings. That is the magic of the 1990 Lincoln penny. A coin that has already made people rich. A coin with a current market value of $967,000. A coin that can turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. And that is why today's video is so important. Because the power to change your life might be sitting right inside your pocket. Keep searching. Keep believing. And keep watching the channel for more powerful discoveries just like this one. Your lucky coin might be out there waiting to be found. And when you find it, your life will never be the same again. Today's story is going to absolutely shock you. Because somewhere in your pocket, your wallet, your piggy bank, or even that old jar of coins sitting on a dusty shelf, there might be a lucky Lincoln penny from 1982 that could change your entire life in a single moment. Yes, you heard that right. A real circulating penny from 1982 that collectors are hunting like treasure, and its current known value has shocked the entire coin world. A life-changing $966,000. So sit tight, because in this video, I am going to walk you through the secrets of the rarest 1982 pennies, how to identify one at home, what makes them so incredibly valuable, and how one lucky person could become an overnight millionaire just by checking their spare change. Grab your coins, because by the end of this video, you might have the biggest surprise of your life. Before we dive into this treasure hunt, let me tell you why the year 1982 is one of the most chaotic, confusing, and mysterious years in all of Lincoln penny history. This was the year the U.S. Mint made a massive change. Instead of making pennies from mostly copper like they had done for decades, they suddenly switched to a cheaper metal, a zinc core with a thin copper coating. But what most people do not know is that during this transition, the Mint produced not one, not two, but several different versions of the 1982 penny. Different weights, different metals, different sizes of lettering, and some rare combinations that were never meant to exist at all. Because of this messy switch, errors happened. And these error coins today have become some of the most valuable modern pennies ever discovered. A single strange mistake from this year is what created the legendary lucky 1982 Lincoln penny worth up to $966,000. Let me take you step by step so you can check your coins properly. First, let's talk about the two metals. Before 1982, pennies were mostly copper. These coins weigh about 3.11 grams. After mid-1982, the Mint switched to zinc, and those lighter pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. Now here is where the magic begins. Some pennies from 1982 were accidentally struck on the wrong metal. Imagine a heavy copper planchet mixed with the new lightweight zinc runs, or a zinc planchet struck using the old copper settings. These mistakes are extremely rare, and collectors pay insane amounts of money for them. Now, besides the metal difference, there are also different dates. In 1982, there were small date versions and large date versions. If you pick up a penny and the numbers in the date look thin, short, and slightly higher, that is a small date. If they look thicker and bolder, that is a large date. Most people never pay attention to this. But collectors do, because some combinations like a small date copper version or a large date zinc version are rare. And then there is the Holy Grail, the Lucky Lincoln penny of 1982, the extremely valuable version that nearly hit the $1 million mark. This coin is so rare that only a couple have ever been confirmed. That is why the value shot up to an unbelievable $966,000. Now listen carefully, because here is how you check your pennies at home to see if you have one. First, Separate all 1982 pennies from your loose change. Put them aside. Next, you need a small digital scale, which you can buy very cheap. If your 1982 penny shows 3.11 grams, that means you have a copper version. If it shows around 2.5 grams, that means you have a zinc version. But the valuable error coin is the one where the metal and the date type do not match. For example, a small date version that weighs like copper, or a large date version that weighs like zinc. These mismatched versions are what collectors go crazy for. Now imagine for a moment. You find a penny that weighs 3.11 grams. You look at the date and the numbers on the two appear thin and slightly curved at the top. A perfect small date. That coin alone could be worth tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands based on condition. But if you find a copper small date that fits the confirmed rare error combination, you might be holding the exact type of coin that recently shocked the auction world with the $966,000 price tag. Think about it. One coin. One tiny coin that most people ignore. 1 cent that could become almost $1 million. While others walked past it, misjudged it, or spent it without noticing anything special, someone else discovered the truth and changed their life overnight. And that is why this video is so important. Because you can be the next lucky finder. Let's continue with what else makes these pennies stand out. Minting pressure. Strike strength. Die errors. Sometimes there are doubling errors where the letters like Liberty or In God We Trust show a slight shadow effect. Sometimes the numbers and the date appear thicker or stretched. These tiny errors can multiply the value of the coin dramatically. For example, a minor doubling might give a penny a few $100s of value. But a major doubling on the rare 1982 combinations could easily take it into the tens of thousands. And if that doubling happens to be on the rare metal transition mistake, you are dealing with a treasure that could reach that legendary $966,000 level. The beauty of coin collecting is that every coin in your hand tells a story. The story of the 1982 penny is a story of a mint in transition, a change in metal, a moment of chaos, and a handful of errors slipping through the cracks. These are the coins that collectors dream about, chase for years, even decades. And some of them are still out there in circulation, hiding in someone's pocket, in an old jar, sitting in a cash register, waiting to be discovered. Now imagine you are that person. Imagine you go through your spare change tonight, casually checking 1982 pennies one by one. You find one that feels slightly heavier. You put it on a scale. The number pops up. Your heart beats faster because it matches copper weight when it should be zinc. You look at the date again. It is a small date or a rare version. You look up the value, and suddenly you realize you may be holding a penny that can change your future forever. People become rich in many ways. Business, work, investments. But sometimes, destiny surprises you in the most unexpected way. Sometimes your luck is sitting right in your pocket disguised as a simple 1-cent coin. That is why collectors say that coins choose their owners. And maybe today, it is your turn. Before we wrap up, let me tell you this. If you ever find any unusual 1982 penny, do not clean it. Do not scratch it. Do not shine it. Cleaning a coin destroys its value. Instead, place it in a small plastic holder and get it checked by a professional grading service. A single grade difference can mean the difference between $1,000 and $100,000. So check your coins carefully. Slow down. Focus on the date, the weight, the design. There are treasures still hiding in everyday life. The Lucky Lincoln penny of 1982 worth $966,000 is the perfect example of how fortune can appear out of nowhere. Another powerful deep dive into the world of hidden treasure right inside your pocket change. Today we are talking about a shocking coin that many people walk past every single day. A coin that looks so normal, so simple, so regular, yet collectors around the world search for it like crazy. I am talking about the legendary 1977 Lincoln penny. A coin still in circulation, a coin still hiding in pockets, drawers, jars, and piggy banks, and a coin that some people claim can reach a mind-blowing market value of up to $867,000 for the right rare condition. Yes, you heard that right. The same penny you toss on the counter without thinking twice could make you rich overnight if you find the lucky one. So get comfortable. Because in this video, I am going to take you deep into the story of this mysterious penny. What makes it special? Why collectors are chasing it? What specific features turn this normal-looking coin into a life-changing jackpot? And how you can start searching today in your own pocket change. This is going to be a powerful 10-minute guide packed with information, real collector tips, and the kind of motivation that keeps treasure hunters going. Let us begin. Now let us start with a simple question. Why the 1977 penny? After all, millions upon millions of these coins were minted. They are common. You see them everywhere. So why are people talking about huge values? The answer is simple. Not all pennies are created equal. Some have hidden minting errors that slipped out of the mint without anyone noticing. Some were struck differently. Some received accidental doubling. Some carry die mistakes. And some were produced in extremely tiny numbers before the mint corrected the error. These rare survivors are the ones that can transform from 1 cent into thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is where the legend of the 1977 lucky penny begins. Most 1977 pennies are worth face value. They are normal, but a tiny handful have what collectors call high-grade perfection and rare error combinations that send auction prices flying upward like fireworks. The highest quality examples that exist in top-tier condition can fetch unbelievable amounts because collectors compete fiercely to own the cleanest, sharpest, most flawless coin available. And when only one or two coins reach that elite level, the price skyrockets. That is why people talk about numbers like $867,000. When rarity meets demand, the value becomes unstoppable. But let us break down exactly what you should look for. Because if you want to hunt for this coin, you need to know the secrets of the experts. First, condition. Condition is everything in the coin world. A brilliant, uncirculated 1977 penny with perfect details, shining luster, and zero damage can already be valuable. But when a coin reaches the highest grades, where even microscopic surfaces look untouched, that is when collectors start bidding numbers that most people only dream about. You should look for a penny that still shines, has clean fields, strong lines on Lincoln's coat, no deep scratches, no heavy marks, and full sharp lettering. Even a tiny difference in condition can change the price by thousands of dollars. Second, look for doubling. Some 1977 pennies show doubling on the lettering, such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date. Doubling means the coin was struck in a way that caused the letters or numbers to appear thicker or shadowed. Strong doubling is extremely rare, and collectors will pay huge amounts for a bold double die example. Third, look at the mint mark. The 1977 penny was made at the Philadelphia Mint, which used no mint mark, and at the Denver Mint, which used the letter D. Some Denver pennies have unusual mint mark placements that make them interesting for error hunters. A repunched D mint mark, shifted sideways or punched twice, increases value significantly. Fourth, look for off-center strikes. If the coin was struck slightly outside of the correct alignment, it creates a dramatic misprint. The design may appear shifted left or right. Some of these off-center pennies can reach very high values depending on how much of the design is still present. Fifth, look for clipped planchets. A clipped planchet is when a piece of the metal blank is missing before the coin is struck, leaving a curved bite mark on the edge. These error coins are fun to collect and can be worth good money. Now let us talk about the real excitement. Imagine this. You are going through a handful of old coins. Maybe they are in your parents' drawer. Maybe they are in an old tin box. Maybe they are in pocket change you ignored for years. And suddenly you see a 1977 penny that looks cleaner than the rest. Something about it feels different. You hold it under the light. It shines. You tilt it slightly. The lettering looks sharp. Your heart beats a little faster. What if this is the one? What if this is the lucky one people talk about? What if this is the penny that could change your life overnight? That is the magic of coin hunting. The possibility is always there. People think treasure hunting is fantasy, but millions of rare coins are still floating around in everyday circulation. They hide in pockets, cash registers, vending machines, and old jars. And every year collectors find surprise jackpot coins that nobody expected. This is not just hobby. It is opportunity, real opportunity, and the beautiful thing about the 1977 penny is that it is still out there. It is not impossible. It has not been fully collected. It has not disappeared. It is still circulating. It is still hiding. Anyone could find it. You could find it. A single lucky penny could flip your future. Let me guide you on how to start your hunt the right way. Begin by collecting every 1977 penny you come across. Do not let even one slip past you. Put them in a jar. Build your pile. Then inspect them slowly under bright light. Use your phone flashlight if needed. Tilt the coin side to side and look for doubling. Check the edges for clean lines or clips. Compare your coins. Look for the one that stands out. Keep the best condition coins separate because grade matters more than anything. If you find a coin that looks special, do not clean it. Cleaning destroys value. Instead, keep it dry, keep it protected, and if it looks extremely promising, consider sending it for professional grading. A graded coin with a top-ranking score can explode in value at auctions. Collectors compete intensely for highest-ranking coins because they represent the best of the best. Now imagine again. Imagine this is your moment. Imagine you find a penny that nobody noticed for almost 50 years. Imagine sending it for grading and watching the results come back as a near-perfect high-grade rarity. Imagine seeing collectors fighting over bids. Imagine watching that penny that cost you nothing turn into a life-changing amount of money. That is where the legend of the $867,000 penny comes from. It is not fiction. It is the power of rarity in the collector world. Coins hold history. They hold stories. And sometimes, they hold fortune. So keep searching. Keep checking. Keep believing that the next penny you pick up might be the one that shifts your entire life. Because these treasures do not announce themselves. They hide. They wait. And then they reward the person who pays attention. Thank you for watching this powerful breakdown of the lucky 1977 Lincoln penny. If you want more videos on valuable coins, rare finds, and hidden treasure in everyday circulation, make sure to follow, like, and stay tuned. Your next big discovery might be closer than you think.